welcome to Knit in the City. I am Rebecca, the city is Malmö. In today's episode I am going to talk about some patterns for a capsule wardrobe. A capsule wardrobe is a curated wardrobe with about 10 to 50 garments. And if you think 50 sounds like a lot, I think you should pause the video here and go to your closet and count what's in there. Shocking, right? But yeah, 10 to 50 garments, and everything is supposed to go together. The pieces are kind of classic, so that every time you open your closet, you could just pick something and it's going to be an outfit. So this is designed to make it easy, and a lot of minimalists also use this kind of wardrobe idea. But it's really for anyone, just to make life a little bit easier. I've also been searching the internet to find out what kind of pieces are recommended for a capsule wardrobe. And I have picked the ones that people were agreeing upon, mostly. I have not included shoes and jackets in this, or outerwear, for obvious reasons, because we're supposed to be able to knit all these things. I mean, there are a few items that you probably wouldn't want to knit, but I will get to that. What else? Usually these pieces are quite classic in neutral colors, but this of course depends on your personal style. If you are someone who dresses in a really colorful style, then of course your capsule wardrobe will reflect that. So it's just supposed to make things easier for you. And I have also tried to pick patterns that you haven't seen 1,000 times before. There are some of them in there because I just couldn't find a great replacement for that pattern. So with that said, I'm going to dive right in. The first category is a suit jacket. And I have been searching Ravelry for a cool suit jacket, but I think this is something you need to go to the store to find. So I don't have any patterns here. If anyone has any suggestions for a pattern in this category, please write in the comments, because this one bested me. The next category is a button-down shirt, and I'm actually wearing one today. I'm usually not a person who wears button-downs because, I mean, I am quite curvy with a full bust, and usually when I wear button-downs, the button open over my bust, which just actually happened right now. Fortunately, you can't see that. And also it makes me look like a box, unless it's a fitted button-down, it makes me look like a box. I mean, this was also a bit of a challenge, but what I did was, because lately the polo sweater has become like a real trend in the knitting world, and probably also outside of the knitting world, but I don't know a lot about that. So the patterns that I have chosen are mostly polo sweaters, because I think that they kind of work in a similar way as a shirt. And if you want to, you could knit them like back and forth and just add buttons to them if you want them to be more shirt-like. The first one is the Dijon Polo by Eri Shimizu. And this is a top-down construction, and you start by making the collar. And then you knit back and forth until the button band is done. So this one actually has a button band, but it ends like before your bust. So I guess you could just continue like that all the way down. And then you knit the rest of the body in the round. It has short rows in the back. It comes in 9 sizes and is supposed to be worn with 7 to 13 centimeters of positive ease. And as usual, any numbers that need to be converted, I will put on the screen. Actually, I have a glass of water today, because I know that my voice usually gets upset when I start making videos. Yeah, this is knit in a light fingering weight yarn on 3.5, 3.75 and 4mm needles. And I really like this. It's really cute with both the collar and the button band, and with the wide sleeves that end in a tight cuff. That is a really nice design. The next pattern you might have seen before, and this is the Birkin Polo by Pendlerstrick. This is a more fitted garment than the previous one. It is knit in 2-2 rib, and it's also knit from the top down. And this comes in a few variations. You can, if you want to, you can make decreases for the waist, or you could just knit it straight. And since this is a ribbed garment, it's really not necessary to make decreases. You can also choose to have a slit on the side, or you can omit that. And this pattern comes in 6 sizes and a recommended ease of 5 to 10 centimeters negative. It is knit in a fingering weight yarn as well on 2.5 and 3mm needles. So these are both quite slow knits, I would guess. The third one I think is even more shirt-like, or button-down shirt-like. This is the Umbria Summer Top by Cookie the Knitter. This is also knit top down, but this is knit back and forth because it has buttons all the way. The collar is knit in rib and the body in broken rib. It comes in 9 sizes and it has a recommended positive ease of 0 to 5 centimeters. So it is quite fitted. It is knit in fingering weight yarn on 3 and 3.5mm needles. And the next category of garments that people think should be in a capsule wardrobe is a t-shirt. And the first one I'm going to talk about is the Skyline Tee by Tori Yu. This is also a top-down construction. This has a saddle shoulder and a rib detail on the shoulder and the sleeve. But if you want this to look like an even more classic t-shirt, you could just omit the ribbing and make it in all stockinette. This pattern comes in 9 sizes and it has a recommended positive ease of 10 to 15 centimeters. So like a regular t-shirt, I guess. It's knit in fingering weight yarn on 2.75 and 3.25mm needles. The next t-shirt has a V-neck, because I wanted to have one round neck and one V-neck. And this one I'm quite sure that you have heard of. This is the Cumulus Tee by Petite Knit, and I am quite obsessed with this pattern at the moment. I would have cast it on a long time ago if it hadn't been for the fact that it is plain stockinette. And I've been doing a lot of plain stockinette and I've been quite bored. So that's why I'm waiting with this. I couldn't find a good replacement for this. If you know something, just put it in the comments for everyone to see. Yes, and this is also a top-down construction. It has an I-cord edging that is knit simultaneously with the garment, so you don't have to pick up any stitches afterwards. It comes in 7 sizes, extra small to 3XL, and a recommended positive ease of 3 to 9 centimeters. It is knit in a light fingering weight yarn on 2.5 and 3mm needles. And this is just such a lovely summer garment, I think. The next category is jeans, and I just cannot find a way for this to be knitted, so I don't have any pattern suggestions for this category. On to the next one, which is tank tops. And the first one I have chosen is the 7 p.m. tank by Tiffany Ty. This is a simple fitted tank top that is knit from the top down and also knit sideways. So the part that covers your bosom, or whatever you'd like to call it, is knit from the top down, and then the whatever covers your midriff that is knit sideways. How you put these two pieces together, I don't know. It doesn't say anything about seaming, so I'm sure there is some kind of clever construction to this, but I couldn't say. It comes in 9 sizes and has a recommended ease of 0 centimeters/inches. It is knit in a light fingering weight yarn on 2.75 millimeter needles. And if you want something that with a little bit more coverage, I have picked another rager of a pattern. This is the camisole number 9 by My Favorite Things Knitwear, and I am sure that you have seen this before. But I just couldn't find anything that has this really nice, classic, clean look. And still, I don't know, there's just something about this pattern. Yes, so this is for if you need to wear a bra. This covers the bra straps. This is also a fitted tank top. It has double knit edgings around the neck and the sleeves. And it is knit from the top down. It comes in 8 sizes, XS to 4XL. And it has a recommended negative ease of 12 to 14 centimeters. It is knit in a fingering weight yarn on 2.5 and 3 millimeter needles. So there are 3 sets of needles that you need for this pattern. What else was I going to say about that? Nothing. If you want a more looser tank with a bit more of positive ease, or any positive ease, the Thea top by Susanne Müller or Paula Strict is a good option. This is also knit from the top down, and it has a slit on the side. It comes in 5 sizes, S to XXL, so the size range is not great. It is knit in a worsted weight yarn, so it's also a quicker knit on 3 and 4 millimeter needles. The next category of patterns is the dresses, and I have picked 2 that are quite different from each other. But I have also made a Ravelry bundle that I will link down here. And in this bundle, there are quite a few more dresses. Also, all of the patterns that I am talking about are there, but also a few others if you want options. So the first one was a big hit last summer, and it is the Melides dress by Ines Oliveira. And this is a long fitted dress with buttons down the front, but the designer tells you that you can also wear the buttons on the back if you prefer. This has tailored details like bust darts and things. It is a made-to-measure pattern, so you have to measure your own body and then you put the numbers into a worksheet and it just counts everything for you. So this can be really customized to your size. It does say in the pattern that this is adapted for a bust measurement between 76 and 128 centimeters. This dress is knit in a fingering weight yarn on 3.5 millimeter needles. And this is kind of a summery dress. And if you want something that is more suitable for the colder months and also has a lot of positive ease, this is also a very classic design that can be worn anytime, anywhere. The Monday Love Dress by Vera Velimäki is a good choice. It is knit from the top down. It has a turtleneck and it's supposed to be worn with the inside out, outside in. Well, no, let me explain. You knit the dress inside out because you then wear it with a purl side out. But to make it easier so you don't have to purl through the whole dress, you knit it inside out. So now it's clear, I think. It comes in 9 sizes and it has 25 to 30 centimeters of recommended positive ease. And for this garment, you hold a DK weight yarn together with a lace weight yarn, in this case, a lace mohair. And it is knitted on 4.5 and 5 millimeter needles. The next garment that is recommended for a capsule wardrobe is a crew neck sweater. And for this category, I have picked the Eun sweater by November Knits. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. This is a quite oversized sweater. It is knit from the top down, and it has like a really long slit up the side and also a really wide ribbing, both on the sleeves and on the body. It is a raglan construction, and it has a folded over neckline and also short rows in the back neck. It comes in 8 sizes, and it has a recommended positive ease of 25 to 30 centimeters. It is made with a DK held together with a lace mohair on 4.5 and 5 millimeter needles. If you want a more fitted crew neck sweater, the Brick by Claire Lee is a good option. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. It is also knit from the top down and is a raglan construction. But it doesn't have short rows in the back neck, because this is a little bit different. You start knitting back and forth on the neck, and then you add stitches to the front to get a bit of an opening in the front. It comes in 7 sizes from XS to 3XL, and it doesn't say how much ease it has, but I think it's probably around 5 centimeters of positive ease, I would say, from looking at the pictures, something like that. It is knit on 4.5 and 5.5 millimeter needles in a worsted weight yarn. The next category is cardigans, and because I was talking about crew necks for the sweaters, I decided to pick a couple of cardigans that are V-necked. I also think it's a really great and classic look, and a V-neck cardigan is always useful. The first one is the Paul cardigan by Moreka Knit, and this is an oversized cardigan with a saddle shoulder construction. It is knit from the top down with short rows in the back neck, which you actually don't really need when you're making a V-neck garment, because it's not going to ride up your neck anyway. But I mean, this is optional, of course. And it has a double knit button band, yes. Double knit button band. It comes in 7 sizes from XS to 3XL. And 25 centimeters positive ease. You knit this with a sport weight yarn held together with a lace mohair on 3.5, 4 and 5 millimeter needles. So just bring out all of your needles for this project. If you want something that is a little bit more fitted, the Arthur cardigan by Tricot Design MCL is a good option. This has a drop shoulder construction, so that is also different. It's knit from the top down, and it has quite a deep V. And the button band is knit at the same time as you knit the cardigan, and it is ribbed. The cardigan comes in 9 sizes, XS to 5XL, and it doesn't, yes, I think it has 13 centimeters of positive ease that is recommended. So it's still roomy, but it's not as oversized as the previous one. Did I say the yarn? I get so confused. I'm just rushing through it and forget half of the things. You hold a DK weight yarn together with a lace mohair on 4 and 5 millimeter needles for this cardigan. The next category is trousers, and you may think that this is not possible, but I did find a couple of trousers that I really liked. The first one is more of the like tailored style trousers, and it is the La Place by Linda Marving. I have to say though that the size range for the trousers is not as big as for most of the other garments, because this is not as common, for good reason. It is not as common to knit trousers, of course. But yeah, this is a palazzo pant. It has wide legs and cable pattern going down the side of the leg. If you want a more like simple trouser, you could just omit the cables, and then it will also be a faster knit. It has a high waist, and you knit the waistband to then insert an elastic after it's done. Unfortunately, these trousers are knit in parts and then sewn together, which I really have a problem with, but hopefully some of you don't. It comes in 6 sizes, extra small to 5XL, and the reason that it's that it goes so high is that some of these are double sizes. And it is knit in a sport weight yarn on 3.25 and 3.75 millimeter needles. If you want a more relaxed kind of pant, the new Pants in Town by Pickles is a good choice. These also have a much lower waistline. They are knit from the top down, and they have short rows in the back. It also has pockets, which I forgot to say that the previous pattern also does. It comes in 6 sizes, extra small to XXL, and it is knit on a fingering weight yarn on 3.5 millimeter needles. So both of these patterns would probably take a while to finish. The next pattern category is skirts. And the first one is the Ruanji skirt by Helga Isago. And this is a ribbed skirt with really pretty details on the hip, and it also has a slit on the back. It is knit from the top down. It has a fold over waistband, and the back is raised with the Japanese short rows. It comes in 9 sizes, from extra small to 5XL, and a recommended negative ease of 4 to 6 centimeters. It is knit in a fingering weight yarn on 2.5 and 3 millimeter needles. And if you'd rather wear a stockinette skirt, the Nordic maxi skirt by Vitre Design is a good option. This is a little bit longer than the previous one, and it has a little bit more width on the bottom. This is also knit in a lot thicker yarn. It's knit from the top down, and you hold the yarn double. It has 7 sizes, extra small to 3XL, and you hold a DK yarn. You hold 2 strands of a DK weight yarn together, and it is knit on 5 and 7 millimeter needles. So this should be a lot quicker. And then I also picked a skirt with a bit more of a flared. It's an A-line skirt. Is the right expression. So this is a midi skirt, and it's knit with 8 panels that flares down the bottom. You don't knit the panels separately. You knit all of this in the round. And if you want a more classic garment, you can omit the stripes that on the bottom. This skirt comes in 12 sizes, from XS1 to 3XL2. I don't really get what this, because every size has 2 sizes. So I guess it has a lot of sizes, but not a lot of difference between the sizes. It is knit in a fingering weight yarn on 3 millimeter needles, so this is probably going to take a while. The next category is blouses, and this is probably also not something you usually knit, but I found a few that are really reminiscent of blouses and that look really nice. And the first one is the Be Mine blouse by Park Williams. This is a raglan construction with a mock neck, and it is knit from the top down. It also has a keyhole in the back and a little tie that looks really cute. It comes in 9 sizes, from extra small to 5XL, and you can knit it either with, from 10 centimeters of negative ease to 10 centimeters of positive ease. So you have quite a range here for what you want to do with this garment and how you'd like the fit to be. She also gives you the option to either knit this in a fingering weight or in a DK weight. So you will get a quite different result depending on which yarn you choose. So if you use the fingering weight, it's going to be a lot lighter and airier and more blouse-like. And if you choose the DK weight, you get a denser fabric that is less see-through. And you knit this garment on 3.5 and 4 millimeter needles. The next blouse is the Shell Shirt by Wool and Beyond. And this is a kind of an interesting design. It has panels on the front and back and like big airy sleeves. It comes in 8 sizes, from extra small to 4XL, and it is knit in a sport weight yarn held together with a lace weight on 3 and 5 millimeter needles. And she also has a pattern for a shell. I don't know what she calls it, but I will put the picture, and this pattern is also in the Ravelry bundle if you want to check it out. But it has short sleeves, and it looks like a lot like a woven blouse actually. So if you don't want the big sleeves and the really warm wool, you can pick the short sleeved version that is knit. I think it's knit in a plant-based fiber as well, so it's more summery. The last category of garments is the turtleneck. And the first pattern I'm going to talk about is the Classic by Espace Tricot. And it is really a classic piece that fits into any wardrobe. This is a quite oversized garment. It has slits on the sides, and it is a raglan construction. It's knit from the top down, and it has short rows in the back neck. It comes in 8 sizes, and it is knit in light fingering and lace held together on 4 and 4.5 millimeter needles. It doesn't say how much positive ease it has, but around 20 centimeters is my guess. The second one is if you want a garment that is a bit more fitted. I picked the Biella sweater by the Knit Pearl Girl, and this is knit in a tutu rib, and it is also a raglan construction, and she has some cute decreases down the sleeve that make a really nice pattern detail. It is knit from the top down in the round, and it comes in 10 sizes, A to J, and it is knit in a DK weight yarn on 3.5 millimeter needles. And that was all I had for today. Be sure to check out the Ravelry bundle, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye bye.